Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I would like to gift my book, The Golden Key, Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance to you at goldenkey.gift, where you can get the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD at checkout.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I am very grateful that you've joined me today on what is always a magical today. Today, I'd like to talk about the concept of healing, and that all healing is actually self-healing. There is no one or no thing, no substance, no technique, no person, no energy form that can heal you but you. This concept has been coming up for me a lot lately in the past couple of weeks, just talking to people and hearing different stories and different scenarios that are going on in people's lives. And what happens when things are physically happening to our body, there's a reason. That reason is never actually physical. The body is just going along with what your mind is telling it. Your mind is actually creating everything. Every part of your reality, your mind is creating, including how your body responds to you, how your body is existing in this reality. Now, before I talk about all of this, what I do want to say is there is one caveat to everything I'm going to say today. And that is when we come in with a pre-existing condition, when we are born with something, when we come into this life with a health concern or something that is going on with our body, when we're born with that, this is a different story. This is a pre-incarnative choice, and we chose that for an entirely different reason. That reason is always to help ourselves or to help another, but it doesn't quite fall in line with what I'm going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to talk about the things that we create in our lives, the things that get created in our body as we age, as we go along in life. And when I say as we age, that could mean at 6 years old, at 9 years old, at 12 years old. It doesn't matter how old you are when this happened. It happens because our body is a messenger. That's all it is. It is here to give us a message that our mind and emotions have not yet decided to listen to figure out, or to pay attention to. And so what happens then is this message is so important that we get. It is then sent to the body. The body then, being this beautiful messenger, sends this message to us through pain, through discomfort, through things not being quite right. And it sends an alarm bell within us that says, what's going on? This is the one thing that gets our attention: pain, discomfort. Otherwise, we could ignore emotional and mental things all the time. It's very easy for us humans to just kind of push it to the side, or even if we're trying to understand it, sometimes it's hard to understand. So when we're not getting it, it comes straight to the body. The body is a miraculous machine. It knows exactly what to do at all times in any given moment. If we do not stay in its way, then it will heal itself. There are multiple ways that we get in our own way with the body. The very first way and the most important way is through our thoughts and through our emotions. When we are not balanced or centered in our emotions, and our thoughts are not centered on love, on compassion, on gratitude, on forgiveness, on all of these healthy emotions, on joy, then our body will be out of balance. Our body is going to be a direct reflection of whatever is going on in our mind. And this is always true. Always, always, always. It is never the case, no matter what the impetus is. Now, that impetus could be a cold, it could be a flu, it could be a accident, it could be something going on with your organs or internal systems. It literally could be anything. It could be stubbing your toe. There is a reason why the physical body is having this response. The impetus sometimes is just used by the universe to help you have this message. And while it may not seem like help, what is actually happening is an encouragement for you to get a message, no matter how it comes. Now, when we allow our mind and our emotions to get out of balance, what happens is we allow opportunities for these impetuses to occur, for this help from the universe. When we're not out of balance, these things don't happen. They don't have to happen because we're in balance. But when there's something that we need to understand, a message that we need to get, and we're not getting it, then it will absolutely come to the body. Now, I know there are so many of us who want to take care of our bodies, and it is very important to take care of our bodies. It is our vehicle that we're walking through this existence with, that is carrying our spirit through. And it's important for us that we feel good, because when our body feels good, our mind also feels good. So taking care of the body and listening to the body is extremely important. Oftentimes we get a little carried away with taking care of the body. I know so many people who go a little overboard with the supplements. And as a naturopathic physician, I've seen a lot of naturopaths kind of create this within their patients, prescribing a ton of different supplements, and people stay on these supplements, and we think they're necessary. And they're not. They're absolutely not. As I said before, the body knows exactly what to do. And now, when I say they're absolutely not, there are some that may be necessary, like a standard vitamin and mineral, especially if you're not eating an extremely wholesome diet. Some things may be necessary. On the other hand, can we also feed ourselves with sunlight and air? Yes, we can. Are we able to do that? Do we have the ability to do that yet? Maybe not. Is it possible? Absolutely. Does it take a little bit of work and a lot of meditation? Yeah, absolutely it does. And so in the meantime, we can help our bodies out a little bit. At the same time, we don't need to go overboard. The body does not need a ton of help. It knows exactly what to do. Oftentimes when we're trying to help the body, when we think that we know more than this magical system, the human body is such a miracle. It is a miracle to begin with. It is a miracle in its own existence. And I'm baffled oftentimes how we think that we know better, that we humans know better than nature, that we think we can outsmart or give it just that thing that it needs, when oftentimes when we do that, we're actually throwing it out of balance. The body knows exactly what it needs, and the balance that it needs is love, is light, is happiness. That is how your body heals. It knows how to make all of the things that it needs. It's very, very simple. We heal through light. Our cells communicate through light. We are energy beings. Everything is light. We as humans think everything is physical, and so we tend to want to treat our bodies as these just physical things. They're not. They're light. And the more balanced we become and the more aware of this we become, the lighter and lighter our bodies get. This is one thing I hear from my sessions all the time. Every time I put a client out into a deep state of trance, and at the very end, I ask them while they're in their higher self, I say, how is this person going to feel after this session? Every time the response is lighter. They're going to feel lighter, because the density of the things that they've been carrying, the weight of the emotions are gone. They've been released. And those are the things that keep us unwell.
Before we continue on with today's episode, I'd like to take a quick moment to tell you about our sponsor, Athletic Greens. I recently went to a naturopathic doctor who did some testing and determined I was having issues with gut health. So when I had the opportunity to start taking Athletic Greens, I jumped at the chance. With one scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high quality vitamins and minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. It not only helps with your gut health, it helps your nervous and immune systems, energy levels, and more. And since it contains super high quality ingredients in powder form, it has a very high absorption rate, whereas many pills don't. With just one scoop in a cup of water, you can arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition for less than $3 a day. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give Positive Head listeners a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D, which many people are quite low in, as well as 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/positivehead. Again, head over to athleticgreens.com/positivehead to take ownership over your health today.
And so when we can take a good look at ourselves, when we can sit in meditation and be quiet and really take a very good look, examine our lives, examine ourselves, our triggers, those are our greatest tool, all of our emotions throughout the day. Each and every day that we do this and really take a good look at ourselves, try to understand ourselves, and when we do this, we can release these emotions that have either been built up or that we're just feeling for the day. Or maybe what we're feeling for the day has been a trigger from something from childhood. This is typically what we're all carrying, is things from childhood. These stories that we've been telling ourselves, these programs that we've been telling ourselves from childhood. And we hold on to them like almost like they're our identity. And oftentimes, this is what keeps us unwell. When we can take a new look at these things, offer ourselves a different perspective, look at it from all the things that we've been learning, look at it from the perspective of love, that there are no wrong choices, that you didn't do anything wrong ever. There's no reason to feel guilty or unworthy because that is never true. Telling yourself a new story now and releasing those old emotions through this new understanding. It's very simple to get there. It's very easy to get there. We think it's difficult to get there, and it is not. All we need to do is quiet. And if you feel like it's hard to quiet the mind, then practice. Not a single one of us does anything perfectly without practice. Practice is what helps to make things perfect. So practice, practice, practice. Sit and breathe. Just sit and breathe. And when you're sitting and breathing, ask a question and trust the very first thing that comes. And do that over and over and just trust. There's no reason to not trust it. You can't make a wrong decision. It's always going to lead you in the right direction. How many of you know that that little voice inside of you does not ever lie to you? You can do the same thing with talking to your body. It's the same voice. Ask your body what it's trying to tell you. The body is really fun because, and just like plants, what the body will do is be the thing that it's telling you. So what I'm saying is if you look at a plant that it looks like a heart, it's going to help with the heart. You look at the body and you look at the joints, for example, and those are the parts that move and bend, and so those are our flexibility parts. You look at the spine, and that's what holds us up. You look at the hands, and this is what helps us create and to do. The eyes are for seeing, right? And so if we're having different issues or concerns in these areas, we can ask our body, what are you trying to tell me? And think about what that part of the body does. You will always be able to find the message within yourself, and it will resonate in some way that will help you in understanding yourself. When we are able to have this understanding, what will happen then is the body will heal itself. The message is no longer necessary. Like I said at the beginning, the body is just a messenger. The only reason why anything is ever off in the body is because there's a message being given. So we pay attention to the message. And when we get the message can go away. There's no reason for the messenger to stick around. And so in my experience as a naturopathic physician, as someone who now does not practice naturopathic medicine anymore because I found a better way doing QHHT, what I now know is no matter what is going on with the body. The body will take care of itself when we get the message. There is nothing that we can take like a pill or an herb or an energy treatment or a healer that can do it for us. The body does it for us. With, of course, the cooperation from your spirit. The spirit always has to cooperate in order to allow this healing to happen in the body, because the spirit agrees, yes, you've gotten the message. Okay, the body can heal. Here is all the light necessary for this body to heal. I spent many, many, many years trying to help people heal on a physical level, doing all of the different natural things that we could do. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I learned that those are just natural band-aids. They are not actually getting to the root cause. We think we're getting to the root cause, but we're not, because the root cause comes from the mind and the emotions. And how do you get there? Well, thankfully, Dolores Cannon figured out how. She figured out how to get there, and it's really quite simple. And it's easier nowadays than it ever was, because as this energy is increasing on Earth, we have stronger access. We are more intuitive. We have a stronger connection. It's just kind of the way it is now. If you noticed, we're all picking up energies a little easier, maybe even telepathically hearing each other a little easier. The energy is hyping up and it's more intense, and that means that our connection, that we can hear and understand our connection a little stronger, a little easier. So, wonderful time to start taking advantage of it, of course. Through my career as a naturopathic physician, I watched so many people just take care of their physical body, and it would help them a little bit. It never helped them all the way. What helps people all the way is getting down to the actual cause of the emotion. The why I feel this way, this program that has been stuck within me, this energy, this anger, this guilt, the unworthiness. Those are the biggest ones. The fear of being unsafe. Those are all things that can keep us unwell. But when we can reframe our perspective, look at it a whole lot differently. For example, when we're little, oftentimes our parents did their best. Our parents always do their best. And oftentimes we can come out of that relationship feeling unloved. To no fault of our parents, or maybe to some fault of the parents, but they do try, and they love you the best to their ability and the best that they knew how. But as a child, sometimes you don't understand that. You don't understand the adult life, and you just feel unloved. And we grow up to be adults and we feel unworthy. And when you look back at your parents and their life, and you have a different understanding and know that, yes, this person actually did love me, and I can tell myself a new story, and yes, I am worthy, and all of us are worthy because we're here, period. End of story. If you are here existing on this planet is because you are worthy. You are a soul that has waited in line, that has been granted the opportunity to be here at this time in order to learn these beautiful things in this very hard way that we're learning them. And it doesn't need to be so hard, because we can learn to listen to ourselves and trust ourselves, because all of the answers are within us, and all of the healing that we need, that we ever need, comes from ourselves. And all we need to do is quiet and ask. Ask for help, ask for guidance, and remember that light that is within us. Seeing it within ourselves each and every single day, knowing that every single cell in your body is made up of infinite love and light. That is all that you are. There is nothing else that you can be. So remember that. Can't get that in a supplement? Definitely cannot put that in a pill. You have that within you. Remember that within you, and create more of it within you to shine to others. And I think that's it for me today, everybody. Before I go, I want to remind you all about the online conference that I will be speaking at along with 5 other amazing women. I'm going to put the link in the show notes below. We're going to be talking about these concepts that I talked about today and much, much more. I hope to see you there. It's on August 6th, and it's called the Lionsgate Portals to Ascension. I'm going to leave you all with the song for today. This is Satsang, Forever and Ever. Amen. Until next time, I love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
Well, you may think that I'm talking foolish. You heard that I'm wild and I'm free. Though you may wonder how, now I can promise you now that this love that I feel for you will always be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. Now I'm no longer one of those guys. And as sure as I live, I said this love that I give, well, it's gonna be yours until the day that I die. Now I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Amen. Just as long as old men now sit and talk about the weather. Well, as long as old women they sit and talk about old men. Well, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. Well, I'm happy to tell you again. Now I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. 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 Well, they say time can be cruel to the body, to make a young woman's brown hair turn gray. Now, baby, I don't care. I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, well, I still love you anyway. And they say time can play tricks on the memory, to make people forget what they knew. Now, well, it's plain to see now that it's happening to me, 'cause I've already forgotten about every woman but you. Now I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Amen. And just as long as old men now sit and talk about the weather, well, as long as old women they sit and talk about old men, well, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. Well, just listen to how this here song it is.